Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? So let's see here. I waited now a second day to see if the exchange rate has changed, and as usual, it's just a bunch of talk. That's why you got to be careful about who you're listening to. What'd they say? It was going to be done sometime that night, and I said, well, let's give them an extra day. Here we are, another day later, and there is no rate change. Look at all that beautiful gold. Anyways, let's get into the latest and the greatest over in Iraq, shall we? Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. Also, a reminder to those of you who are interested in investing into stock over there in Iraq. There's quite a few of us that are in this group. You're welcome to come join. Just give them a call right there at 850-520-2693. Tell them Pimpy sent you, and they'll go ahead and walk you through the process. Or you can go ahead and go to that website right there. It's a user-friendly website, and you can sign up over there. All right, the PM's advisor explains the rise in gold in Iraq. Well, it's everywhere. So Saleh, the advisor to the Prime Minister, outlined the reason behind the increase in local and foreign gold prices in Iraq. He highlighted a direct correlation with the official and central market exchange rates of the dollar. Saleh noted that despite the gradual decline of the dollar in the secondary market compared to the official exchange rate, gold prices in the local market are rising steadily. He explained that gold imports are funded at the fixed official exchange rate of 1,320 dinars per dollar through the central bank's platform. Saleh attributed the rise to geopolitical tensions, particularly the war in Ukraine, which has led some central bankers to hedge with gold, driving unprecedented global demand and consequently increasing its prices. He emphasized the external factors primarily drive the local gold price hikes. International financial institutions predict further gold price increases in the coming months, despite the current strength of the dollar and high yields on U.S. government bonds. These factors typically exert downward pressure on gold prices. However, the robust global demand for gold as a haven amid geopolitical uncertainties and central banks increasing gold reserves contributed to their bullish forecast for the remainder of 2024. Saleh cautioned that adopting a global gold reserve system based on market prices could significantly increase gold demand as global trade and economies grow. However, if countries continue to hedge their reserve currencies with gold at fluctuating market prices, it may create a high exchange rate system that could hinder the trade competitiveness. So yeah, I'll agree with him. We know gold prices are going to continue to rise over the next several months. But I do like the fact that he mentioned a global gold reserve system. He concluded, unless these groups establish a stable, moderate, and competitive official gold price, their trade competitiveness in the international market will undoubtedly be threatened. He warned that gold could be a double-edged sword in creating a standalone monetary system, necessitating caution in commercial gold policies. All right, so yeah, we don't want to see this continue. Iraqis expand anti-Israel operations. In a statement accompanied by video footage of an operation published on Thursday, the Iraqi resistance movement said it had targeted the Israeli city of Eilat, also known as al-Rishrash. The statement read, "Continuing our approach in resisting occupation and in support of our people in Gaza, and in response to the massacres committed by the usurping entity against Palestine civilians, including children, women, and elders. The fighters of the Islamic resistance in Iraq targeted a vital objective in Eilat this morning." The statement also noted that unmanned aerial vehicles were used in the operation, while adding that the Iraqi resistance reaffirms its commitment to targeting the enemy's strongholds. Later on Thursday, another statement was published that declared that ISIS in Iraq targeted vital objectives in our occupied lands at our ports. This time, the Iraqi resistance said developed cruise missiles were used in the operation. Also on Thursday, unmanned aerial vehicles targeted a military site in the occupied Golan Heights. Another operation was also staged late Thursday evening. The Iraqi resistance said the site of the target was again outlet with the use of 2 unmanned aerial vehicles. By early Friday, another statement was put out that one of the ports had been targeted again with drones as part of the second phase. So actually what this is those Iranian-backed militia soldiers that are over there causing all this problem. Now, although the coordinated framework might support this kind of crap, al-Sudani doesn't. This is one of the reasons why Iraq can't seem to get back on their feet is no thanks to Iran, always bringing conflict over to their lands. In another development, the Secretary General of Iraq's Hezbollah brigades discussed developments on the situation in Gaza with the leader of Yemen's Ansarullah and coordination among armed forces that have displayed solidarity with Gaza. Abu highlighted in a phone call on Friday with the leader of Yemen's revolution the necessity of maintaining readiness and high coordination amongst the axis of resistant forces, especially between Iraq and Yemen, to support the oppressed Palestinian people. The anti-American Iraqi resistant commander pointed out the military operations of the Yemen forces have greatly contributed to imposing a blockade on maritime navigation for the Zionist entity and ships heading to the ports of occupied Palestine, prompting American and British ships and those dealing with the entities to raise flags of other countries to hide and escape from the strikes of the honorable Yemen men. For his part, al-Houthi praised the operation of the Iraqi resistance that targeted vital targets deep within the usurping entity. Al-Houthi also underlined coordination amongst the Axis forces in the region will increase the impact of their operations against the Zionist enemy and strengthen the resilience and resistant fighters until a cessation of war and the lifting of the siege on the Gaza Strip. So yeah, just because we don't hear this kind of stuff a whole lot in the Dinar recap group or whatever the hell that website is, doesn't mean it stopped happening. I heard somebody say in their video, we won't mention their name, but they said, oh look, there hasn't been any terrorist attacks, there hasn't been any resistance from ISIS in a long time. I was like, no, it actually happens every week. We just don't hear about it that often. And this is why you don't see a whole lot of American or British companies coming into Iraq to invest. I know you guys are being told that Iraq is stable and they're secure and they got a whole bunch of outside investors coming in. Well, they are entertaining a whole lot of outside investors, and yes, some investors are coming in. But people from Britain and people from America hesitating on opening businesses over there in Iraq. China's taking advantage of that, trying to increase their influence over there in the Middle East. That's the kind of stuff we don't want to see happen. Anyways, that's it for now. Let me know what you think. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out.